Are you rolling?
Yeah.
You're too close.
No, I'm not.
You're way too
It's
close.
beautiful.
I mean, switch.
Want me to dance?
Yeah. What do you want to do tonight?
I think we're gonna do light painting tonight.
Good.
Okay, super beautiful spot once again. I'm torn because I have 3 different spots where I'd like to film. So there's one, the 2 are above here. It's a smaller body of water, but I can be lower and the water is calmer. Here it's a bit more agitated. I don't have the exact alignment I was looking for, but that's the best option out of everything we have in this area. Except if we go waist level in the water, but it's a bit cold for this. So my main problem here is that the glow of the blower is a bit too much on the right side. I cannot move the sun, I cannot move the rocks. One day, with the power of the mind, I'm going to move the rocks. Let's get prepared. It was a bit complicated, but I just got it. I wanted to have my 2 tripods at this, but don't have much space. This is a bit dangerous, and I have only one big tripod with me on this trip, so the other one is very small. I think it works. It's solidified by the other tripod, more or less. So it's hard to see, but that's my composition for tonight. 35 millimeters on this one and 14 here, so I cannot even put the monitor straight because don't have enough space. So I could have put the 35 millimeters up here, but then I don't have the same alignment and I really want her in the dip. And now we have a bunch of clouds. The moon is there for later. And we'll be ready to shoot in a few minutes, maybe right now. Let's test that. So what I'm doing again, go on manual, and I know that my tube is bright enough at, let's say, 1.3 seconds, f11 and ISO 100. If I get the good exposure here, I know that I can start shooting with that tube that is the brightest one with a 2000 lumen flashlight inside of it. So if I look at the exposure here, it's too bright, so it's not ready yet. Just to prove that, let's make a circle.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we cannot see the tube in the sky. We can see it at the rocks level, but we need more than this. You ready on your side? Play ball! That's my transition. What did you want to say?
So, what about your new shape?
I'm combining stuff as I always do, and it's the first time we do this, but I think it's the first time that it looks good. Or I'm satisfied with this one. Maybe that's how I should say it. So we had an episode about mixing strobe and continuous within a single exposure that was 193 in 2020.
But I was with the Nightcore P10 V2, which I don't really use anymore because the pressure switch is so stiff. And there are two other models I'm using, an Olight and a Claris. You'll find all of that on lightpaintingtubes.com/flashlights. All right, we filmed this episode in Menorca a year ago, and we're publishing it now because we're always so late with these things. It doesn't matter, right? These are timeless techniques.
Still relevant.
It's still relevant. And actually, I did 2 more of these last week near home. Same technique, but I feel like it's getting better and better. I really like mixing the continuous and the strobe within a single exposure. So again, here's a close-up of the pressure switch with the 2 buttons on strobe and on continuous. And as you can see in this demo from last week, beautiful morning at the lake, film in slow motion just before we got attacked by the bugs. Okay, that's too much context now. And that shape, this is something we call the deep flower, and we have so many other examples of this shape here, there, and there. But mixing continuous and strobe with this shape, oh, that's not beautiful.
Follow us everywhere.
Sentier fermé. Many people, shh, quiet. Okay. Nice. Ah, yeah. I remember the glow of the sunset was not where I wanted it to be, but the moon landed at the right spot in the rocks, and that's the first composition I had at the beginning of the night. So I don't think if I checked with Photopills, but it turned out so great. And I think we did probably 30 pictures at that spot, but I edited only 1 because all of them are the same composition. So I'm not going to publish like 30 of those, even if I have other beautiful shapes. But that's the one I choose because of the deep flower in strobe and continuous. Bye.